Hey everybody, it's Casey from Modern Hiker again. I just wanted to do a quick update now that we're about halfway through the campaign and kind of go into a little bit more depth about some of the reasons as to why we're doing this site revamp and why we do the site in the first place. This was a story that we couldn't really get into the original pitch video just because it's a little more complicated and a little longer than you kind of want in a pitch video like that. But you know, I've told this story a couple times, but I really think it's important to share it with everyone who's donated already and who maybe is still thinking about donating to the campaign or wondering why we're even doing it and why we're asking for money in the first place. So since I started Modern Hiker back in 2006, there has been a tremendous increase in the use of parks and open spaces, especially specifically here in Southern California. Now, in a lot of ways, having more people going outside shouldn't be seen as a problem. And in a lot of ways, we don't really see it as a problem. However, there are significant impacts to more people going outside. So this overuse and occasionally misuse of these lands, combined with a persistent and ongoing lack of funding for our parks programs, has really caused a lot of problems. A lot of the places that we love to hike are currently in the process of either being loved to death or totally trashed. Sometimes that's as simple as, you know, people cutting switchbacks on a trail. Other times it's someone leaving a water bottle behind. Sometimes it's actually, you know, graffiti on the rocks and actual vandalism of sites. It sort of runs the gamut from, you know, the more benign misuses to actual flagrant violations of rules and laws. However, I have always personally felt that by sharing these locations with people, we have a tremendous opportunity to not only inspire them to get outside and maybe go someplace that they wouldn't have ever gone in the first place, but also to educate them on why these places are special and what you can do to help protect them. All of our trail write-ups really try to go above and beyond just a simple turn-by-turn direction and description of the trail to really describe to you why a place is special, and how you can help keep it that way and preserve it for future generations. When there are extra rules or regulations that you need to know about, whether it's a parking permit or a wilderness permit or campfire regulations or anything like that, we really try to explain, you know, not just what you can't do, but why it's important that you not do it and why it's important that you follow the rules. Now more than ever, this is incredibly important. All across the outdoor industry, parks, managers, gear manufacturers, companies of all kinds are realizing that the traditional outdoorsy audience that you usually would expect to see in a park is slowly aging out, but fewer and fewer young people are coming in to replace them. For a variety of reasons, this younger, generally more diverse audience either isn't coming to the outdoors, or when they do come to the outdoors, they don't understand the value of it. Here in Southern California, a lot of our park managers and agencies have actually done a really good job at reaching out to young people and to audiences that maybe were traditionally excluded or ignored from outdoor recreation. And now we're really happy to see that nationwide people are starting to follow suit. Of course, we have the National Park Service's Find Your Park program, which is helping to celebrate its centennial with an extraordinarily inclusionary message. And then just this week, we had the Every Kid in a Park program that just kicked off, which allows every fourth grader and their family free access to all federal lands for a year. Now, it's no secret that there are lots of other hiking websites out there. But one of the things that I think separates Modern Hiker from the pack a little bit is that we cater to all different types of hikers on our site. You know, we have fans and readers who have thru-hiked the Pacific Crest Trail a couple times. We also have people who are just learning to hike, or maybe don't even think of themselves as hikers. We have dog walkers who just want to go outside in a nice location. We have families who are visiting here who want to be able to take their kids on a hike somewhere, maybe get away from the city for a little bit. We try our best to cater to all of those different users. And importantly, we always try to make sure that the people on those beginner trails don't feel bad just because they're beginners. Now, here at Modern Hiker, we know from experience that when you can get someone to one of these special places and maybe provide a little bit of context and a little bit of background for them, you know, whether it's via a hike write-up on a website or a ranger experience at the park, when these people experience these places for the first time, they get it. There are very few experiences in this world that can generate that feeling of awe-inspired smallness that you get when you see the waters of Crater Lake for the first time, or gaze into Yosemite Valley, or are walking near 5,000-year-old bristlecone pines. That is the experience that can really transform someone from a tourist to someone who really cares about their open spaces and parks. Now I know, and you probably know too, that once you have that experience at one of these places, you can't wait to share it. And once you do start sharing it, you're going to inspire other people to come out and have that same experience. That way, your inspired love of the outdoors can grow exponentially, even to people who, maybe wouldn't have even considered themselves outdoorsy in the first place. Now, I know firsthand how those experiences can grow exponentially because that's the reason I started the site in the first place. I was out experiencing these places all around Southern California, and I just wanted to share them with people. No one I talked to seemed to even know that they were there, and that to me was a huge, huge problem. I truly believe that even though you may run into some problems with overcrowding and overuse, if you don't tell people about these special places, they are going to get lost to memory. If people don't know that a special place is there and close to them, then they're not going to care about protecting it when it needs to be protected. By helping us fund this website expansion, you are helping us reach and teach even more people, and hopefully inspire some of the next generation to protect the places that we hold dear. These are the people who are going to care about these places. These are the people who are going to volunteer to help clean up or do trail work or trail maintenance. These are the people who are going to come out to vote to make sure that these places are fully funded and that they're protected in a way that makes sense. So by helping us fund this website renovation and expansion, you are helping us to inspire more people to get outside, get educated about being outside, and in the future, to protect the spaces that we love and cherish. So as always, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or shoot me a line on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and I'll try to address them in another video or another post. And if you can contribute, please contribute so that we can help reach even more people and inspire more people to get outside one click at a time. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.